Hi, welcome to my video about minor hockey parent code of conduct. So, as we all know, there has been recently some major issues involving the behavior of parents during minor hockey games and after the games, etc. So, what are some things that we can do to try and prevent these types of things from happening? There is during the past 3 years, some associations in hockey have made it mandatory now for um, volunteers to take an online course called Respect in Sports. So that's one thing that's being done. However, we're not sure how big of an impact it's making on the worst offenders involved in this undesirable behavior. So what are some other things that we can do? So we're going to look at preventing this behavior, responding to this behavior, and then finally the consequences of this type of behavior. So preventing this type of behavior would look something like definitely education would be number one. Communication with the parents always. Education, something like having a parent package, an information package, and really being clear as to what's expected and the type of behavior that will and will not be tolerated, just so everybody's on the same page, and then knowing those consequences of the undesirable behavior. There could also be something like a parent mentor that is, or maybe so like a group of parents who are knowledgeable and trained in diffusing situations. So there could be delegating certain jobs for parents so that they can feel more involved. But really just having that communication and education for all parents. So what do we do if we encounter this? How do we respond? Well, if you've been involved in minor hockey or you have been around in that type of environment, you're almost sure to have encountered an angry parent or somebody who's possibly acting inappropriately. And it can be very uncomfortable for everybody and awkward. So again, just making it clear that there is zero tolerance for this type of behavior. Holding regular meetings about this type of behavior, and having parents sign a contract and understanding that maybe there's a 3-strike system, 1, 2, 3, and you're out and you no longer are able to spectate at any of these events. So with the parent mentor group or a kind of police parent group, if there was something happening that needed to be attended to, this group of parents could then approach, or one of them could approach the problem parent and try and diffuse the situation, suggest taking a walk, reminding that this is a game of fun for the children, and just really trying to diffuse that situation so it doesn't escalate into something that we don't want to see. So consequences of this would be, there may be a disciplinary hearing, and depending on what the offense was and what minor hockey deems fit. So minor hockey would really have to come up with the things they would seem appropriate to deal with this type of behavior. But if the consequences are outlined before and everybody is aware of these consequences, some parents might be a little bit more prone to try and police themselves so they don't have to deal with this consequence, as it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the children, and it is embarrassing for the parents too. If you're one of these parents who struggles with becoming frustrated, try and you know, before you get into these types of situations, try and give yourself some tools to deal with how you might react to um, the frustration of, you know, being in the rink and getting worked up. So try and go in prepared rather than unprepared and doing something that you're going to regret later. So really just preventing is number one. Responding, if we can respond in a calm way so that doesn't escalate to something else. And then finally, there has to be those tough consequences. So and it has to be consistent right across the board so everybody expects the same thing. I know Hockey Canada, hockeycanada.com, I believe, is they have released some really good videos um, of parents in they're fictional videos, but parents putting their children in these really awkward situations. And if you'd like to check out those videos, they are on the Hockey Canada website. So um, go and have a look on there, and you'll see how ridiculous some of the things we hear parents saying to our children or doing, how ridiculous it really does sound. Okay, so um, again, just education, making sure that everybody knows what their role and responsibility is on the team, possibly delegating some responsibilities so parents can feel more involved, always having that open door policy, always keeping in direct communication with all the parents so nobody feels like they're not involved, and then having the final consequences and making sure that those consequences are consistent. So yeah, I hope that with some of these preventions and ideas and strategies of responding to these situations, we can help as other parents and community try and diffuse this whole situation, so parents don't have to sit out and are not you know, being disallowed into the rinks and stuff like that, so they can continue watching their children, and it can be enjoyable and fun for everybody, because that's really why we're there, is to support and for these kids to have fun and have a good time, to build and enhance their lives. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks.